Hello and welcome to Team Freedom. This is the Team Freedom Academy with your Phase 1 training. My name's Mark Smith, and my wife Tammy wanted to welcome you to Team Freedom here today as we begin you on your journey to build a successful business with prepaid legal services. Today we're going to take you through the Phase 1 document. At this point, I would ask that you pause the video if you have not yet printed out the Phase 1 sheet. As we go through the Phase 1 sheet, we're going to start with Section 1. Section 1 is your why. Tammy and I found out a long time ago that it's absolutely imperative to success, pretty much in anything in life, to write down what you want. So what we want you to do today, if you had all the time and money you needed, how would your life change? Write down your dreams for the life you want to create. Also, what's the one goal we can help you with right now? You see, building a successful prepaid legal business to you, maybe spending more time with your family, maybe that exotic car you've always wanted, maybe a trip to Hawaii, maybe you're into boating, maybe it's the dream home, traveling the world, maybe just some extra money in the bank account. Whatever is important to you is what we want to help you accomplish today through the Phase 1 training. Take the time and write at least one goal right now in Section 1 that we can help you accomplish here as we start on the journey of your brand new business with Prepaid Legal. Section 2 is where we help you create your list. Any business requires a grand opening or a grand launch, if you would. We want to today just take just a few moments to get the top 10 folks down on your list that we can help expose to either the prepaid legal opportunity or the prepaid legal membership. And out of those 10 folks, we want to spend some time and ask you, who are the 3 people you want to benefit the most? This may be your mom, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, maybe your best friend, your pastor. Who are the 3 people in your life that you're the closest to that you want to benefit the most? What that simply means is, as we build a business here with Prepaid Legal, a lot of the folks that you bring aboard your team could end up underneath these folks. You could place these people underneath the 3 people you want to benefit the most. Set them up for success early on in the game. So let's take just a moment in Section 2 to jot down first of all, the 3 people you want to benefit the most, and let's get at least 10 names down on the list here today that we can start to show the opportunity in the membership to. Obviously, on the back of the list, there's going to be some more spots. We've got 40 more slots here on the back of the sheet. We're going to start with 10, but we encourage you to grow your list. Put 20, 30, 40, 50 people down on the list. But for today, all we're really concerned with is let's at least start with 10. See, folks, as we move forward, Section 3 talks about the exposure process of our entire system. And when I first got started with this business, I really tried to do it my way. I didn't use the tools as prescribed, if you would, at the local trainings where I got started in Rockville, Maryland. I just tried to make my own process when I found out that my way was absolutely not the right way. You see, in Section 3, we talk about a simple, duplicatable process that anybody can do, and I can truly say that all the top earners in Prepaid Legal follow the system that's laid out before you right now. See, it starts with you creating a list of folks that we can expose to our opportunity or membership. And the way that we expose people to what we do is through third-party tools. You see, you don't need to be the message, just the messenger. And all we need to do is simply place that tool in the hands of an able-bodied prospect. Maybe it's a private business reception DVD, our new Success from Home magazine. Maybe it's a conference call. Maybe it's an invitation to a live event. That's just part of the system. So don't worry about how to do the presentation. We're more so in the information delivery business. And the best part about it is once you deliver that information to a prospect, you can simply turn around and use your support team to answer any questions. The person that brought you aboard the business will spend some time with you teaching you how to give somebody one of our third-party tools. They'll also show you how to access your support team for a 3-way call where we answer the questions of your prospect and do all the work for you. As we move forward through the Phase 1 document, we now go to Step 4. Step 4 is the launch of your business. And one of the primary things we want to do here aboard Team Freedom is we want to get you paid and promoted as fast as possible. And we know the single best and probably the fastest way to get that done is through a private business reception and or a PCC, which stands for Private Conference Call. Let's just take a moment right now with the private business reception. The private business reception is no more than an in-home party, if you would. And what we do is simply ask you to invite everyone whom you would be comfortable having in your home. Don't rearrange your furniture. Don't cook. Simple. Have chips, dips, and refreshments. Keep it simple. And the best part about this is you don't have to do the presentation. We have a DVD called the Private Business Reception DVD that you'll simply just play in your living room as your audience watches. As soon as it's over, you'll pass out applications, get paid, and promoted. Now, of course, we want to spend some more time with you teaching you exactly how to operate your private business reception, and that's why the support team comes in play. Get back with the person that brought you aboard the team and ask them for a little bit more instruction on how to conduct a private business reception. The most important thing that we want to do in this session is to simply schedule your private business reception. So in section 4 there, you'll see that there's the date, time, and who's going to be your expert, who's your support team member that's going to help you out. I definitely would take a couple moments right now. Let's get that date down. We know that the private business reception is the single fastest way to get your first paycheck and your first promotion. So let's go ahead, let's get a little out of our comfort zone if you would, and let's put a date down. The next element of a grand launch of your business is what we call a private conference call, or a PCC. Basically what this is you'll invite everyone you know onto a conference call line. Your support team will provide the conference call line. They'll set it up for you. They'll show you exactly what to do. Your support team will present a personalized 15-minute overview of the membership and opportunity. And the best part about that is they're going to send them and direct them right to your Prepaid Legal website. It's a very fast way to expose a whole bunch of folks to the opportunity and the product. Best thing about that is it doesn't follow any specific time frame where you might need to mail off a DVD, or maybe there's a certain presentation that's 3 or 4 days from now. This is a simple call where you can set it up instantaneously and invite a bunch of folks on, and it's simple as invite, listen, get paid, and promoted. So let's take a couple moments right now and let's schedule your private conference call. Simply put down a day over the next few days in a time that works best for you and your contacts, and we'll have your support team member help you set up the rest. Now folks, the first 4 sections, we're focused on getting you paid and promoted. Really what our focus is we want to help you in your first 24 to 72 hours to achieve the level of senior sales associate. And right now we have a visual in front of you. There's also a visual right there in your phase 1 document that really outlines what it looks like. So a senior sales associate is when you get started in our business, you bring aboard a junior associate with a prepaid legal membership and identity theft application. And what that's going to do is that's going to promote you to the senior sales associate level. That's also going to trigger your first paycheck. It's also going to trigger that first promotion. So that was the focus of the first 4 sections. What we want to do now is move on to the duplicatable process, the support process, which is going to take you far beyond your first promotion and your first paycheck. Section 5 is your support team. I can't emphasize this enough. When my wife Tammy and I got started with Prepaid Legal, at that point in our lives, we were in the Navy. I was full-time in the Navy. My wife Tammy was a full-time college student. We're expecting our first child. We knew nothing about business, sales or marketing. Quite frankly, we were pretty nervous about joining Prepaid Legal because we just didn't know if we had what it took to make it in any type of a business. What I found out shortly after enrolling in Prepaid Legal and absolutely becoming a member of Team Freedom was that there was a support team in place to ensure your success. See, why not use the decades of experience of others to have the fast track to success in our business? What I would recommend that you do is find out who's your director 25 or 50, or your upline executive director. Now, there's a couple ways you can find out who these folks are. First of all, these are the associates that have a vested interest in your success. Someone that absolutely has a vested interest in your success, that's someone you want to reach out to as soon as possible. You can contact Marketing Services at Prepaid Legal at 580-436-7424 and ask the marketing representative to give you the name of your director and executive director and their phone number so you can introduce yourself to them. Another way is you can go to your Prepaid Legal website, log in with your login and password, click on My Statistics, and from that point, look right on the My Statistics page, and it'll give you this information that we've just outlined. Now let's talk about getting plugged in. Now, one thing that my wife and I noticed that the folks that are the most successful associates in Prepaid Legal are the ones that are plugged in the most. And we have a duplicatable system that's been proven well over 3 decades now to grow large businesses in our company. The first part of that system is attending your business briefing. We want to get you to the next live event in your local market so you can see a full corporate overview of our company, the big picture, if you would, of Prepaid Legal Services. It's a twofold, a two-prong approach, if you would. One, we want to show you the full overview, and two, we want to provide an environment for you to feel comfortable inviting guests to that corporate overview so that we can do the work for you and share that information and help you grow your organization. Let's take a couple moments and write down where your business briefing is. Your support team can show you where to look that up. The person that brought you aboard the team may already know where that location is. The next part of getting plugged in is training. Training is absolutely critical to your long-term success here in Prepaid Legal. You see, training is going to make your journey a lot more user-friendly, if you would. See, my first couple of months in Prepaid Legal were pretty tough. Why? I didn't follow the system. I had all kinds of speed bumps along the way because I simply did it the hard way. So I just asked for you guys to borrow some of our belief in the system here today and plug into what we know works. Prepaid Legal Services has established a core training system where every major market in North America hosts a training either once a week or maybe several times a month right in your local area. Get with your support team member, the person that brought you in the business, and they can find out where your next core training is. The third part of getting plugged in is the team conference calls. I have to say, this was one of the most critical things that my wife and I did in the beginning of our business. Even though we did everything wrong when we got started, we never missed a team call. And I can tell you, we're probably here today because of that. See, the team calls are run by folks that are making anywhere from $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. Some folks are making $50,000 a month or more. And these folks have gone through all of the learning curve for us. And they can show us exactly what to do to duplicate the success that they've already had. Our Team Freedom calls are every Sunday and Wednesday night at 6:45 Pacific, 9:45 Eastern, and on the following number, 712-432-9611. The PIN code is 122948#. Never miss a team call. They're available on replay, but I highly recommend, because of the time sensitivity of these calls, to be on as many of these calls as live as humanly possible. The next step, the next section, is the email list. Very important. We want to communicate to you. We want to let you know when there's special calls that we're going to do, special training, special incentives. We also want to be able to disseminate information from the CEO in the corporate infrastructure of Prepaid Legal Services. Often there's time-sensitive promotions or great access to training and different calls that are available, and we want to get that information to you as timely and as fast as possible. I recommend as soon as this Phase 1 training is over, you remain on the Team Freedom website, or if you're listening to this via audio message, go to www.goteamfreedom.com and sign up right away for our email list. We'll shoot you out a quick email just to confirm that you are who you say you are, and then you'll be in the list, and we'll continue to deliver that information to you. Last but not least is personal development. This is a business. See, don't let the point of entry fool you. You know, some of you have paid obviously less than $300 to get started in a business. Sometimes we tend to treat it like a couple $100 business. Folks, this is by no means a couple $100 business. This is a multi-million-dollar opportunity. And we want to become business folks. We want to become personally developed, magnetic, if you would. It's not necessarily what's on the outside, but what's on the inside. I highly recommend that you start with this one in particular CD. It's called Jim Rohn's Building Your Network Marketing Business. This CD is available in the Team Store, right on the Team Freedom website. It's also available from Video Plus. It's also available at a lot of the local presentations that you'll attend. One of the most powerful learning tools that I engaged in right away on my journey with Prepaid Legal. As you go through your journey here with Team Freedom, I've got to tell you, Tammy and I, we wish you much success. This is the intro phase of your training. There'll be a lot more to come. We want to congratulate you for completing the Phase 1 training, but we also want to encourage you to contact your support team and schedule a game plan right away. A game plan is where you're going to meet in person with the sheet that we just filled out, and they're going to go through the points in much more detail and ensure in the next 24 to 72 hours we help you get that first promotion and that first paycheck. Until the next training, from Mark Smith and Tammy Smith, we wish you much success and congratulations for joining the team.